Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be laying down and kind of making out my debt progress tracker stickers. I have, I think, 6 or 7 of these for each debt that I have. And then I also have my total mason jar debt tracker sticker. So this is going to calculate how much debt total that I have. So I believe there's 44 lines here, so I'm going to put my total debt up here, and then each line will be a certain amount, and as I pay off that amount, I color in up to that. So once we get to the very top, that means all my debt is paid off. And then these ones here, these are for individual debts. So we have the total debt, we have what debt it is, how much dollars worth each square is, and then the date that we paid it off. So I'm going to lay these down. It will look very similar to this one that I used to have right here. So this is going to be kind of our end result. So as you can see, I use one of these per debts that I have, and then you kind of use a snake-like pattern with your squares, and then base one square. So like for Kohl's, it was $20. Each square was worth $20. So every time I paid $20 for Kohl's, I would come in here and color in a square. So that is what we're going to do today. So let me jump in my binder and we will get started. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys where I put these at. I like to have them at the very front. So the very first thing I did was in the very back of your whether you have the binder or the Deluxe Monthly Planner or the Life Planner, whatever it may be, there's always extra note sheets in the back. So I take 2 of these note sheets, and I think that should be enough. If not, I'll grab one more. But I'm starting with 2. So one of them is going to be for this, and then the others are going to be for the debt trackers. So I grabbed 2 of those already, and then like I said, I like to have it in the very front. So right here, I put them in. Here's one, and here's the second one. So I am going to, or I'm thinking maybe I should put the first one right here. No, I'm going to put it right here. That way, if I happen to switch planners at any point in time, I can just take these 2 pages out and put it in the new planner that I get. So I'm going to take out these 2 sheets just so it's a little bit easier for me to work with. I'm going to put aside my binder, and this is what we are going to work with. So like I said, I am going to, actually I don't know that I said that, but I'm going to start with this one first. All of these stickers are available in my shop. For the savings, or for this one, so this is the blank debt, or you can even use it for a blank savings tracker. And then I also have ones that have dollar amounts like up to $1,000 that you can use for savings or debt, and then you can choose to either have it as a debt tracker, or I have one that says savings tracker. And then these as well, the debt progress trackers. These are just really handy. It's just it is really motivating to be able to see where you're at with your debt and be able to cross off or color in the different squares. It's just really a motivation factor when you're doing your debt. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. I did grab some just thick washi from my shop because I like to put it on the very top, just to add a little bit more cuteness factor to what I'm doing. For me, with budgeting or planning or anything, it always helps for it to look cute. That's actually why I started making stickers in the first place, because if it looks cute and nice and colorful, I myself am more apt to stick with it, whether it's just doing regular planning or budget planning, whatever it may be. I like to have it look nice, and that way I'm find myself more able to stick with what I'm doing. So I'm just going to lay down the script stickers here. So as you can see, the background with the washi just kind of adds a little something extra, and then I'm going to take a thin washi and put just one right below that. So just like that, just to add a little something extra. And all these stickers are available in my shop. It is www.moreyjune.com. So there we go. We have that part laid down. So now I am going to lay down the mason jar. And I'm just going to kind of lay it, I think, kind of more off to the side. That way I can write in. No, I'll probably center it. So we'll take this off. And these mason jars fit perfect in the 7x9 planners, but you can also use them for the 8.5 inch by 11 too. That works. So that is what it looks like. Set these aside. So this is going to be my total debt mason jar. And I have my total debt written down. So what I'm going to do is take a black, so I use, let me get a different one. I really love, as you can see, I have a million of them, the Erin Condren dual tip markers. So you have a fine tip on this side and a thicker marker type tip on the other side. And before I get too much farther, I'm sorry that my nails look really dirty. I was helping one of the kids with a school project, and we were using a paint, and it got in my fingernails and they stained. So sorry for that. They're not like dirty, it's just paint from a project. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down my total debt here at the top, and then I have already figured it out. There are 44, I'm going to zoom in here so you guys can see. As you can see, we have larger lines here, and then I have smaller lines in between. So there are 44 lines total from all the way down here to all the way up here. And I've kind of calculated it already with my total debt and then how much each line is going to be worth. So for me, each one is going to be $700. So every time I pay off $700, I'm going to come in and color in a line, and then the end result will look something like that. So my total debt, which like I said is going to be right up here, is $32,115.81. So once this mason jar gets completely colored in, I know that I have paid off that much in debt. So like I said, each line is worth $700. So what I'm going to do is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 larger lines. So I want to see what each of the larger lines is going to be, because I like to write the amount on the larger lines. As you can see, like I did here, each one was worth $4,000, or in between each line was, and then each line in between was worth $1,000. So let me figure this out quick and I'll come right back. Okay, I'm going to make each of the larger lines 3,000. It's actually under 3,000, but we're going to go with that way so it's a nice even number. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark all of these as increments of 3,000. Okay, so as you can see, I started with 3,000 down here, and then I just did increments of 3,000 on the larger lines to get me to my top debt of $32,115.81. So now I just know in my head that each of these smaller lines are going to be equivalent to about $700. So every time I pay roughly $700, in debt, I will come in here, mark off a line, and then color that line with a different color. So that is my whole debt, or my debt and hold tracker. So this will go back into my binder, and then at the end of the month, when I figure out what my updated debt totals are, I'll come in here and color these in. So I'm going to set that one aside now, and then we're going to work on the individual debt progress tracker stickers. I again am going to use just some washi from my shop just to decorate it a little bit so that it looks nice and pretty. So lay that down. I'm actually going to use 2, and then I'll show you guys how I'm going to lay down the stickers for these. And I have a lot of people ask this when they are looking at my shop. You need to get one of those per debts that you have. So if you have 3 debts, you would need 3 of these sheets. And then there's plenty of squares, so you only use, you know, the amount that you are going to need. Let's see. So I'm going to put debt there. I'm only going to use one of these script stickers for the whole thing, but you guys can do whatever you want to do. Okay, so debt progress tracker. Oops, wrong way. So there we go. There we have that. And then I will again take one of these thin washies and just lay one underneath just to add a little something extra. You do not have to do this. You can just use the debt tracker stickers. You can do whatever you want. They're completely customizable. Okay, so there's that. I am going to start with my first one, and a lot of this I'm probably going to fast forward through and put on some music so you aren't watching me lay down every sticker, but I might do the first one just so you guys can, so I can kind of explain it to you and what I do. So the first one, I always like to lay down the debt sticker first. So I'm just going to lay that one down right here. And then the next thing that I like to do is lay down the little legend that shows which or how much each square is going to be worth. So I'm going to put that one right over here. And again, you can lay these down however you want. You do not have to do it exactly like this. This is just how I like to do it. You can put them wherever you want. I like to do this one towards the bottom, so the next thing that I'm going to do is my lines. And I have already calculated that this first one is I like to start with the smallest debt and then work my way up because I do the debt snowball method. So the first one that I have is credit 1, which is $297. And my monthly minimum payment on that is $30. So I'm going to round up to $300 for the total amount. So that'll give me 10 squares. So I am going to need 10 squares here that I'm going to lay down. So we'll just count these out. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm going to put a little line so I know where that's at. And then I'm just going to take this off and cut it. And there we have my 10 squares. I think I'm just going to lay them closer to this side. And again, you can do whatever you want to do. You can lay them down different. That's the neat thing about them, is it's pretty customizable. Okay, so there are my 10 squares. So I will write this down in a second, but each square is going to be equivalent to $10 paid in debt. So the next thing that I like to do is at the very end of my debt, oh, I should have put this over a little bit. Okay, backing up, I'm going to remove this. That is also a good thing about my stickers, is they are removable. So think I'll put it right here. I'm going to lay down that total debt sticker, and then I like to have the squares kind of leading up to that. So I'm just going to move that over a little bit. There we go. So I'll fill in starting here and each $10, and then I'll get to here and I'll have the total debt amount written on there. And then I take the paid off and date sticker and I put that, trying to figure out if I want to, I usually put it right down here, but I have a lot of room over here. I'm going to put it over here this time. Put it right there. So then, once I do get to the end and I've paid it all off, I like to check it, and then I put the date that I got that paid. So, I'm going to do Kohl's in, or no, not Kohl's, Credit One in a purple. So, the debt is Credit One. And so each square, like I said, is going to be $30 paid. So I'm going to just color this in quick. And then the total debt was $297. So, just like I told you guys with the whole debt tracker, at the end of every month when I figure out what my updated debt totals are and how much I've paid for each debt, I'm going to come in here and fill out each square to see how much I've paid, and I'm going to do that with every single debt that I have. So, now that you've kind of watched me do the first one, I'm going to go through here and lay down the rest of these, and then I will come back and I'll kind of go over all the other ones that I have.
Almost don't remember how it feels when you lay down in an open field, when you saw my dreams are turning real, so unreal. Do you like it better when the ocean's warm? Do you like it better when you see the sun? Do you like it better when the sky is blue? I know I do.
Okay, so I have all the stickers laid down. We have 3 on this side and 3 on this side. So now I'm going to go ahead and write in all of my debts and then the amounts that are owed and what each square is going to be. So my next highest balance debt is Kohl's, and we'll use blue on this one. So this is going to be Kohl's, and color this in. I like to use different colors for each square, just because I'm particular like that. So Kohl's balance as of today is $448.81. My minimum payment for Kohl's is $28 a month. So I've calculated that, and each square for this one is going to be roughly 17 squares at $27 a piece. So every time I color in excuse me, a square, it is going to be equivalent to $27. Then once I get to the end, I will check it off and write what date that was paid on. The next highest debt is PayPal. And so let's get this one written down. So my total debt for PayPal as of today is $1,053. And my minimum payment is $28. So each square is going to be equivalent to $28 paid for PayPal. So as you guys can see, there are my first 3. I have all the debts written down, the amounts in each one, and then all 3 of my squares. We're going to go to the back. We're getting to the higher priced debts, or higher balance debts, I should say. I actually have 2 Capital One debts. So we'll start with the first one. Ooh, that marker is dried out. I'll use this one. So the first one, and these squares are going to be blue. The total debt for this one is $1,327. And my minimum payment for Capital One is $40 a month. So every square will be equivalent to $40. Next, we'll move down to the second Capital One. And this one is a little bit more, so we'll make this square this pretty pink. I really like this pink color. The total debt for this one is $3,900. And so each square on this one is going to be $150. And then we get to the last one, which is by far the largest, which is my vehicle. So I'm just going to write car. This square is going to be this light lavender colored purple. My total debt for the car is, hold on, I lost it. Okay, total debt on the car is $25,002. So I am going to make each square equivalent to $500. So every time I pay off $500, I will color in a square there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to get both of these sheets put back into my binder. And then, like I said, I will come in here every month after I calculate my updated debt totals, and I will figure out how much I paid for each one, and then I will get both of those colored in. So it's just a really fun tracker. I'm almost thinking I should have put this on this page so I could have them like that. I might have to change that. But anyway, so here is my total debt tracker, which I will color in starting from the bottom to the top every month, and then my individual debt trackers, which I will color in each square every month after I make those minimum payments or after my debt snowball payments. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Like I mentioned, you can find all of these stickers available in my shop, which is www.moreyjune.com, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!